I see creativity, for me personally, as a form of therapy. Sister Octopi is basically, it's an artistic correspondence between London and Dubai. So it's been really interesting kind of working at a distance between two different countries. It's informed a lot of the project. The idea is for people to wander through the installation and just want to spark a feeling of wonder. My name is Natalia Kountforty. I'm French-American, and I moved to Dubai a little under 2 years ago after living in China, before that in France, before that the US. So like a lot of people in Dubai, I'm kind of citizen of the world. That's one thing that I really enjoy about this city, is meeting people that have as diverse backgrounds as I do. So Sister Octopi is a project that I started with my cousin Justine Formentelli. Basically, it's an artistic correspondence between London and Dubai. Justine is based in London. She's an abstract painter with about 20 years experience. She's shown her work all over. And I'm obviously based here in Dubai, so it's been really interesting kind of working at a distance between two different countries. It's informed a lot of the project. So it's a conversation. It's meant to be kind of a growing series of threads. We each create artwork that responds to the others, and there's a back and forth that's really interesting. So this project, I think the catalyst for it was my cousin, so Justine's brother's suicide. Unfortunately, there's a bit of a history in my family with a suicide. This particular one happened just a year after another of my cousin's suicide. It's something that's obviously, deeply impactful, and the fact that it's recurring kind of compounds the pain. When I heard of Gaspar, Justine's brother's suicide, for me, this one was completely unexpected. I was living in Shanghai at the time, and I got a call from his younger sister, Perdita, and she asked me to meet them in Guadeloupe, where Gaspar was living at the time. Gaspar had actually invited me to visit him in Guadeloupe in the French Caribbeans a couple of times, but it was so far away from China, the tickets were expensive, so I never ended up going. And obviously when something like this happens, you just drop everything and you fly, and you don't think twice about the price. It's a shame that you have to wait until a tragic incident for that to happen. I much rather would have spent that money to go see him while he was there. But, that's life. I remember us, sitting around the table saying, we have to take care of each other. We have to not let this happen again. We have to be there and treasure the connections that we have. Creativity, for me personally, as a form of therapy. There's a lot of research that backs it up, actually, that's kind of getting out of your own mindset, kind of just letting your ideas flow, whether it's journaling or embroidering or doing sculpture, whatever it is that kind of gets your creative juices flowing and gets you into that kind of mental state of flow is, I think, really important to process emotions. It was really important for us for this project to be a conversation. We really wanted it to go back and forth several times to get like a full idea, a full conversation, a full thread. We stay connected through that, definitely much more than we did before. I think before this project, the only times in the past few years that we had actually called each other on the phone was, for the tragedies that happened in our family. So it's really refreshing for it to be about fun and creative things. So the octopus we saw as kind of a totem for our family and our lifestyles, because it's just such a wonderfully weird and alien creature. It's like basically as far as you can get from humans, and we both spent most of our lives living abroad, so we're used to kind of feeling like aliens. They have amazing camouflage abilities, which, living abroad, camouflage is kind of like what we're doing, melting into the surrounding atmosphere. There's a lot of research that goes into each tentacle. Actually, we work on the tentacles by pair. So per theme, there are 2 tentacles. For example, one of them is mountains. They're meant to be, on one hand, an obstacle and kind of, a barrier that you need to overcome, but then it's also like a really beautiful barrier, a challenge that you can overcome. The idea is for people to wander through the installation and just want to spark a feeling of wonder, kind of like you're in Alice in Wonderland, and maybe you don't quite necessarily understand everything, but that's okay, because you can get this like feeling of when you're a child and you're discovering something, and everything is new and exciting, and you kind of wonder, why is this like this? And I want people to ask questions and to kind of just get lost in this imaginary landscape. I think it's kind of like it's the landscape of our collective imagination in a way.